was skimming the news when I read about a kite surfer who fended off sharks with a knife while languishing in the Red Sea between Saudi Arabia and Egypt. I meant to say dumb shit kite surfer. My bad. It is my well-documented opinion that if you hop into any situation where nature or the animal kingdom hold the upper hand, you are eventually bound to be eaten alive or crushed to a pulp. I will begin by admitting that I know little or nothing about kite surfing. I would imagine it would have something to do with riding a surfboard powered by some kind of kite, or perhaps a sail. It doesn't sound any more inviting to me than riding a surfboard powered by gigantic waves, but to each his dumb shit own, I've always said. Not that surfers are truly dumb shits necessarily, no more than mountain climbers, tightrope walkers, or fire eaters. It's just that these folks have a screw loose, if you want my opinion. And dumb shit is simply my nice way of saying that. Now, I have several thrill-seeking, water-loving, dumb shit friends whom I love dearly. And I will miss them when they're eaten alive or crushed to a pulp. The kite surfing hero of today's tale is 42 years old and from Poland. In my opinion, he's lucky that he might live to see 43 and maybe even taste drożdżałka again. Drożdżałka. Drożdżałka! Apparently, this brave soul, Jan Lasuski is his name, last year was the first person to kite surf across the Baltic Sea, which is much closer to his native Poland, and he wasn't willing to leave well enough alone. Now, I don't know how many miles that trip was, but the minimum distance across the Baltic via Finland is around 16 to 18 miles. And according to the World Wide Web, there are 36 species of shark in the Baltic, though none are dangerous and most are near extinction. In other words, the lazy sharks live in the Baltic. The far different trip that the brave Mr. Lasuski chose to make across the Red Sea from Elguna in Egypt to Duba in Saudi Arabia is roughly 120 miles, which is quite a kite surf haul by any standards of the kite surf, and littered with aggressive, hungry sharks nowhere near extinction. Armed with some energy drinks, water, energy bars, and a knife, in addition to an emergency SOS beacon, Lasuski made it 3/4 of the way through his journey when his kite collapsed, leaving him to flounder in shark-infested waters. Lasuski set off his emergency beacon and spent the next 40 hours on his surfboard, fighting off sharks with his knife. I was stabbing them in the eyes, the nose, the gills, Lasuski later recalled. Good choices all. I do not know that I would have the wherewithal to stab an attacking shark. I am nearly certain that I would be distracted and otherwise engaged in frantic paddling and shrieking and fouling my sporty swimwear and wailing to the heavens. While I have to admire our Polish hero for his keen instincts of self-preservation and his ability to fight off the man-eaters, who were no doubt quite tenacious, I still have to shake my head in bewilderment over his willingness to set himself up as a light snack for creatures of the deep. And while I may never understand the mindset of the thrill-seeker, I can certainly appreciate his unflagging courage in the face of the snapping, bloodthirsty maw of death. I, however, would probably die of a heart attack well before the predators ever got close enough to smell my dirty britches. This would be my final act of nose-thumbing, even as my ticker was seizing up, content in the knowledge that I was depriving these hungry sea creatures of a live meal. That would show them.